Let's have a guess. How many people in the entire world actually speak Dutch? Do you have any idea? Could it be 10 million, 20 million, 30 million perhaps? I'm Paul, and I pronounce Dutch words and names the way a Dutchman would pronounce them. Now, we know that the Netherlands is a very small country. We have 18 million people living in the Netherlands at this moment. Maybe a few more here and there. I mean, as I speak, 2 babies have been born already. I know that. So we have about 18 million people who speak Dutch on a daily basis. But did you know that our neighbors, a country called Belgium, they also speak a form of Dutch known as Flemish. They speak it in the part of Belgium that is called Flanders. Let's look at the map behind me of Belgium. Now, the blue part is where they speak French. The red part is where mainly German is spoken, and the orange part is where they both speak Dutch and French, and then the rest, the green part, is where they speak Flemish, which is a kind of Dutch. And about 6 million to 6.5 million people who live in Belgium actually speak Dutch. I mean, they call it Flemish, but officially Dutch is one of the official languages of Belgium. So that's 6 to 6.5 million people in addition to 18 million people in the Netherlands. Then we have a country called Suriname. You may have heard of it. It's close to French and British Guiana. It's in South America. It was colonized by the Dutch. They became independent, but about 400,000 people in Suriname still speak Dutch. Then we have the Caribbean islands. There is, for instance, Saint Martin, right? A big port for cruise ships. Half of the island is French. They call it Saint-Martin, how original. And Saint Martin is the Dutch part, and they speak Dutch there. Then we have Aruba. I know you can pay with American dollars and speak English in Aruba, but Dutch is one of the official languages of Aruba, alongside Papiamento. Then we have other Caribbean islands like Saint Eustatius, Saba, and Bonaire, where Dutch is also one of the official languages. Then a few people in Indonesia, which used to be colonized by the Dutch, also still speak Dutch. Maybe people who used to work for the civil service when the Dutch were still around, they speak Dutch, but they're such a small minority. And then we have South Africa and Namibia. South Africa and Namibia. The Dutch were one of the first people to colonize that part of the world as well, and as a result, their language left a mark on the language that we now call Afrikaans. So when I listen to someone speaking Afrikaans, I hear touches of Dutch. I can practically understand them, and when I speak Dutch, they can understand me. So I would count them as part of the Dutch family, the group of languages that are related to Dutch. So when we add all that up, plus the amount of people that speak Dutch as a second language, the estimate is that about 30 million people in the entire world speak Dutch. About 30 million. How's that? Have a great day. Tot ziens. Bye-bye.